We don't want the person to wait.
Hello?
Hello. I'm a matron. I'm an escort at the Shore Parkway Garage, and I wanted to, talk to Tommy Salerno or make a comment.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Are we on the air?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
You are.
Okay. Okay. Well, I've been an escort at the Shore Parkway Garage for the last 20 years. I have top seniority there. And at the last pick, I was approached by Vinny Patero and asked not to pick certain runs because, he didn't want me to pick these runs because, and when I refused and asked him, why would you ask me to do that? He asked me to come into his office. And when I went into his office, I saw three other guys sitting there, people that we all know. One of them was Paul Lanoia. And like I said, I was asked not to pick this run because to do him a favor, not to, so that he could have his, girlfriend on the run. That's why he didn't want me to pick. And, I have 20 years in this, with top seniority. I really felt very intimidated by, being brought into this room with all these, men and asked not to pick. And, when this was all over, I did write a letter to Michael Cordiello, but I never got an answer. I never got anything back. I never received a response. And there's a lot of things, that I can tell you.
So what you saying here? What you saying here? You want that to stop?
Yes. I mean,
so
is it right that top seniority people are asked to, to do favors for the shop steward, and meanwhile you don't get, rewarded for these favors. You only get punished.
Okay, so somebody's going to answer you.
How you doing? I'm Paul Salerno, and I want to ask you something. Did you wind up picking the run that you wanted to?
No, I didn't.
So
I did not pick the run I wanted to. I was very intimidated by the whole thing.
Right. So you let you let these gangsters intimidate you. You wrote to Michael Cordielli a letter. You informed him of what happened, and you didn't even get a response.
No, not even a response.
I happen to be from that garage, and I'm going to tell you, Vinny does a lot of that nonsense, and I know that 3 or 4 matrons were also approached. I don't know who you are, but there was 2 other matrons that actually approached me and my brother, telling us that these tactics went on, and we told him to write a letter to Michael Cordiello, and to I actually told him to go to the Labor Department and tell him what happened. Because
maybe that is my next step. Because like I said, top seniority people shouldn't be treated that way.
Right. He intimidated you.
According to Michael Cordiello thinks that Vinny Patero is the vote of his vote for the Shore Parkway Garage. He has control over you people, right. Over the.
Ma'am, this is my concern about the word Thomas Fred and Vinny. I remember 2 years ago they were running against the union, and then now they look like the guys who've been whoever has the highest bid, they will be on your side.
Right. So 2 years ago, Vinny Patero and Tommy Fred from the Bronx told you that Michael Cordiello was the devil. Exact words. He's the devil. Don't side with him. Now, all of a sudden, Michael Cordiello is a great guy. The contract. They told you to sign that contract or you go on strike. But I want to tell you.
Excuse me. Can I make another comment?
Yeah, sure.
And to add insult to injury, so we've heard Vinny Patero is now on Michael Cordiello's slate.
That's correct. Because Michael Cordiello believes that Vinny Patero controls votes. What Michael doesn't know, he made a big mistake. Vinny don't control votes. There are many, many people in Shore Parkway that are starting to wake up. I've had numbers of them approaching me today, just today alone, telling me that, you know what, we're with you because we know what Vinny brings, and Vinny only wants to benefit himself, and so does Tommy Fred. That's why they told the people to vote for the contract when they knew it was a bad contract.
I mean, people in the garage even know that he puts phony shuttles on on the run so that, you know, his,
So that you don't pick his friends' runs. Vinny's been doing that for years.
Exactly.
He puts phony shuttles on runs. He also pulls 6-7 runs off the board during the pick. He waits for the first 10 guys to come in, and then he robs these runs off the boards so nobody realizes it. And people are losing their right to pick. That's your seniority.
So, guys, let me ask you a question, because when I look in at Thomas Fred paper, he said he's going to protect our welfare fund, our pension, and our Mullen agreement. Mullen agreement, on the meantime, they already have most favored nation, and then the pension is very low. But the thing who strike me is because Thomas Fred said honesty, loyalty, integrity, commitment. And then this is a guy who was running against the union 2 years ago, and then suddenly he's for Michael Cordiulo. Tammy, what do you think about that?
Well, it just shows me where his true values are. He just goes where he's, you know, he can get a shot at it, you know. At one time he was against the union, also, and now he's for the union because they told him to come on their slate. He's a Benedict Arnold. He jumps on to wherever he can.
So there is another guy who's going to answer you, ma'am. Thank you very much for your participation.
I want to tell you that you got my support. The Salerno slate. I'm voting the Salerno slate.
Please tell all your escorts the same thing. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you.
So, John Israel, you want to say something, mister?
Well, you know, I just wanted to mention something. You know, she was talking about all these indiscretions that happen to the escorts, and it's not surprising because it seems that it's a total mindset of disrespect when it comes to the escorts. You know, it goes back to an escort that I work with, and you know, this escort is new in the union, as a lot of people are, escorts and drivers, and you know, it goes right to healthcare. And a lot of people come on this job, you know, the pay isn't that great when you first start, but they come on this job because they need those health benefits. And, you know, the escort comes on, and, you know, you have this interaction with the children on the bus, and you can't help but maybe get sick from time to time. Now, my escort, if he gets sick, and he did, and he went home, and his wife got sick, and you're talking two doctor visits, you're talking 2 prescriptions filled, and what happens to this escort's salary? This escort works a week for free. And, you know, this woman on the phone, it just, you know, the indiscretions that happen in regards to her pick and all that other nonsense, it's just a total mindset of disrespect for these escorts on the bus. You know, if somebody's not going to worry about an escort getting wiped out financially with illness while they're working with us, then they're not going to worry about her seniority and pick. And it's just a shame, you know.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Tammy. The other day, I was with you and Miss Torna Brown, and I see her at work. That I was very impressed.
Yes, right.
And then because this is why I feel impressed, is because when a couple of people said, I don't want to hear you because you the same the other group 2 years ago who said you're going to do this, you're going to do that, now you're inside, you don't do jack. I don't mention anybody's name because that's not my intention here. My intention is not to bring anybody's down, but it's to tell the truth. But I see her tell them, give me 1 minute, give me 2 minutes. I'm begging you, wait. And then by the time she's finished talking to them, I see they're happy. They say, give me the paper. I'm going to give you my support. That's a winner.
Yes.
To me, that's a winner. And then we went to Mrs. Fouché, which I met. I never know her. And then you had Mr. Julio with you. And then there's a Spanish guy, Julio was talking to this guy and talking. And then it seemed to me, it looked like when you put somebody in a corner and then suddenly that person give up. And then the guy give up and listen to him and said, you know what? I'll give you my vote. For me, this is a winner. And then why I tell you those two stories is because Julio, he's Spanish, and Torona is an African-American woman. So I can see the diversity where it works, where it's good. And then the fact she was a matron now, she's a driver, she understands the people, she relate to them. Put this on the side. The rest of the people you have with you. So why you pick them and why they are with you?
Well, I picked people that were in the industry a long time. People that understand the job, that can relate to the job and know what we're all going through. There's nothing better than getting a person.
So right away, that's experience.
Exactly. There's nothing better than getting a person that's been on the job a long time, has been behind that wheel, or an escort who's been out there from 3 o'clock in the morning, jumping on trains, getting to a garage to meet her driver in the coldest weather and going to do her job than that. That's experience. That's what people that can relate to the job. Michael Cordiello couldn't do that. He used to get in his car, come to the job, and his father put him there. He doesn't know what it is like.
So, Mr.
You had mentioned before.
So, Mr. Michael, if you're listening, that's the problem they have with you. Because you were appointed by your father, and then they call you daddy's boy. So, I don't know what to tell you. So, now, Tommy, I see you have a gentleman, Ronald Makosi.
Yes.
45 years. That's a poster child of this industry.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
he cannot retire.
That's right. Isn't that a shame?
My goodness.
He's got to stay on this job until you die because the pensions are so low.
Pension is so low.
Yeah, that's right.
Tommy, the other day, yesterday I was with you, I think at Jamaica Garage, and or Mrs. Fouché. You were talking to somebody about coverage, and then you said you're going to take type A, plan A.
Right.
What does mean?
Well, in insurance in insurance, the Blue Cross or Blue Shield or Empire or
whichever company.
Care, right? Whatever company it is, life insurance, medical insurance, there's plans. There's plans A, there's plan B. Unfortunately, we don't have an A policy with our medical. Our medical is plan B. We had a plan A policy a while ago back, and then when Michael came in, he changed it to a B policy, but never told us that. Until now, the members are realizing now it's a B policy because now when they go take shots or getting certain kind of tests being done, they're not being paid, and then of course the doctor turns around and says, "Well, unfortunately, your union don't cover that." And I learned it because a couple of things I've done, and I went to my doctor. He says, "I'm sorry, but we don't cover it anymore." So I knew we went to a claim B.
You know, besides not being covered, all you keep hearing is out-of-pocket expense.
Yep.
That's it. I've never seen so many out-of-pocket expenses on the plan that we have now. You know, I remember when we had MagnaCare.
So it's not about company; it's about which plan the union should choose.
Right.
Well, you know, if you have a mindset of wanting to do well by the people that pay the dues, that elected you to office, that pay your salary, I would try and get the best plan policy, the best policy out there.
Of course, you want to get the best coverage for your members, so it doesn't cost any out of cost pocket, and you know that helps our members a lot, especially single parents.
Okay, so in other words, as the president, when the time comes for you to negotiate, it will be plan B, no plan A.
Plan A.
Plan A, which is no out of pocket expense.
Yes.
And then you will choose the best company.
Right.
Because,
best company and the best policy.
Today I was in the
best
Bronx.
coverage.
Best coverage. I was in the Bronx. I was giving out flyers to a woman. And then she said to me, she's from Citywide. She said, now the agency, they're calling my house because they don't pay the bills. They don't pay my bills. So I hope when you become president, Tommy, that doesn't happen. Though.
No.
Because, you know, it's sad. It's sad,
is.
Guys, who put somebody tourist, you know, you're working, and in the meantime, they're not paying. They have a lady who's there every Wednesday who's supposed to take care of business.
Actually, that person should be there 5 days a week, not 1 day.
That's 1 day.
Because at 16,000 members in this industry,
they give them 1 day.
Right.
You know,
there's no way it's going to be. You could cover
us.
all 16,000 problems in 1 day.
That's how much they care for us, right?
Yep.
And Tammy, we talking about when we had MagnaCare before, and now we have